We let our puppy sleep in our bed for a couple of nights. Now he cries and whines and screams in the crate. Have we ruined crate training?
Yeah. When this question originally came in, it said we accidentally let our puppy sleep in the bed for a few nights. That was the specific wording. Just
How do you accidentally let it sleep in your bed?
oops, it slipped. And it slipped and the puppy just happened to be in the
N-
bed. So, I would say first and foremost, it's like just correcting language or whatnot. And I'm not trying to be hard on you because, like, I would want my puppy to sleep in the bed. So
My
I get
puppy
it.
sleeps with me.
Yeah.
It's not a
So,
puppy now, but
right.
yeah.
So I would say just number one, it wasn't an accident. And so, like, whenever you're like training a dog, like, you have to be very intentional, you know?
Yeah.
So, like, and like, you definitely opened up a can of worms here, you know? So, I would say just, use this as a good, kind of lesson moving forward.
Hmm.
And for people who haven't made this mistake, not this particular mistake, but just this principle overall, like, you know, accidentally doing something, that can
Hmm.
kind of create a bigger
Yeah.
behavior long term or whatnot, right? Because a lot of times when we do stuff, we don't really think about like the second and third order consequences or
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
Um, and so, um, anyways, uh, overall, I would say if the dog if you're trying to put the dog back in the crate, nor I guess that would mean that something maybe didn't go right overnight. Maybe the dog got out of bed or was waking you up or
Or
potty on the floor or something like
or did
that.
a little tinkle on the bed.
That would be rough. Yeah, so if that's the case, you kinda gotta put the dog back in the crate. Yeah,
Hmm.
I mean, I'd probably just say, I don't think it's ruined, I probably wouldn't do it again for a really long time,
Yeah.
and accidentally let the dog sleep in the bed. I probably wouldn't do that again for a really long time. Um, but yeah, I would probably say the best thing here would just be just put the dog back in the crate
Yeah.
overnight and
Start again.
yeah, because second order consequences, your dog's gonna bark. Third order consequences gonna keep you up for a little bit. But
Hmm.
the cool thing is that normally a lot of times, if you're willing to wait out the dog will
Yeah.
stop barking.
Yeah. They'll
Now I will
settle.
say we did a whole episode on how to crate train your dog with
Hmm.
great instructions on how to crate train your dog and make your dog like the crate as much as you can. So,
Yeah.
um, yeah, as much as you can. So, um, anyway, so yeah, I would say overall, I don't think it's ruined. But I'd just say, be careful, that kind of stuff. And if you want to try again when your dog's a little bit older, and maybe they're a little bit more
Hmm.
mature and are willing to sleep through the night or something like that, you can. But yeah, I would say just put them back in the crate, let them bark it out.
Where would you rather sleep? In bed or in a crate?
I'm going bed.
That's
But most
exact
people these
that's
days make
exactly what the puppy's thinking. I'm
I
like,
will say it is so interesting though, like looking back at like dog ownership from like 15, 20 years ago versus like now or
oh
whatnot. Cause like,
yeah.
what's in Sully's crate right now, for example?
He's got a really nice plush bed and he's got his teddy bear. That's it.
Oh, that's all it is? Okay,
Yeah.
I was assuming there's more stuff. I mean, some
Yeah.
people have wire crates that are stacked 3 or 4 inches high full of blankets and towels and
Nope.
toys and stuff like that or
Very
whatever.
minimal for us.
That's still extra though compared to, like, how it was when I was a kid. Because whenever I was a kid, and I feel like I mean, we weren't the only ones. Like, I didn't like, there were lots of dogs that just, like, got put in the box. Like, that was it. They were just in the crate. There wasn't, like,
Yeah, no
blankets and
fluffy
toys and
stuff. Yeah.
bones and bully
Yeah.
sticks and this and that. It was like you literally just went into a
Yeah.
plastic box, and that was
Yeah.
it. You're just in a plastic box for a little bit. We'll see you later.
Yeah. I remember
Um,
growing up, our dogs weren't even allowed in the bedroom.
yeah. Yeah. I mean, well, I think there's also significantly less like outdoor dogs because I remember when I was a kid too. I knew a ton of people that had outdoor dogs, and I
Mhm.
feel like that's like, I mean, that still happens, of course, but
Yeah.
like, I
Yeah.
feel like it's
It's
much
less now.
less
Yeah.
now.
They're more part of the family, aren't they? Integrated
Yeah.
in.
I mean, I feel like we got even more of those like just 6 or 7 years ago, because like, we used to ask people, like, "Is your dog an outdoor dog?" And we
Yeah,
didn't
we
really train outdoor
did.
dogs, because if it was
Yeah.
like, "Well, if the dog's not gonna be in the house, like, what's the point?"
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, and so, I mean, I don't
Well,
feel like
sometimes outdoor dogs have less um human time, don't they?
right.
So we always used to check, if we do training, are you thinking of bringing them more into the family, into the
Yeah,
home?
because if that's the goal, then yeah, let's do
Then
it, but if they're just
let's
gonna be
do it.
outside all the time, it's
See.
like, okay, you want them to stop chewing up your air conditioning cables, or cords
Mhm.
or, unit or patio furniture, and it's like, "All right, well, they're out there all day. Like, what else are they gonna do?"
Yep.
Like, yeah,
Yeah.
anyways. So
So there you go. Poor little pup. Gotta go